a field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 33-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Exit. Check.
Here's the newest member of the 15,000-yard club. It's Frank Gore. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's open.
Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie 2nd rounder from Penn State. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. Got a man. It's the rookie, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now Wentz on third down. Flush to his right. This is caught by Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wentz going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
So if they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On 2nd and 9, Allen throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there. 3rd down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Allen. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. The 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick-6. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Go. Hey!
Oh, you got deep?
Lefty.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 22.
21-0 our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it second down and 11. On second and 11 now. Wentz letting one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now on first down, Drake again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
52.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On on second down, it's Drake. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the grab by Croft. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run with Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen over the middle here to Brown. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Brown 80. I got one. Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
52's the mic. Let's go. Shoot. Regular.
Allen. This is caught. 15 yards on the play. First down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure this out.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, I had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw, it's Wentz. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Allen to throw it. He can run for it, and he will. He'll have a first down past the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. Allen's throw is complete. Or a first down and then some. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now this time, Allen will throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Wentz now on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his throw here is incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with Drake. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, come on now.
Allen running the option to the left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
At the 37-yard line.
54. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yo.
On second down now, it's Drake. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Bills 38, Eagles 7.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that.
And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Right back to Drake. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, 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 check.
He may try and run for this. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Had this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Luigi!
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Here's Wentz to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Allen running the option to the left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, 30, 20. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
23 yards on the play. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Wentz going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Mike 2.
Here we go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
If I didn't already trade for Michael Pierce, I would trade for J.J. Watt. I can't afford both.
All right, is it a man or is it a
The Eagles
zone?
offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
For Errol
And this is where the coach is walking.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
All right, fuck it, Alshon. This is your moment. Succeed.
And he's going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just
he is an X factor,
but by being able
and he
to
will stay
adjust
an
it.
X factor.
Auschka with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And play your stream.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction.
My offense has lit up more points than my defense at this point.
Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
All right, okay, so now, let's see. So I need to score 3 touchdowns in 6 minutes to win this game.
Ball on the 30.
Let's
They'll
go
come
for a
up with
speed
a
run, boys.
2nd and 5.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
What?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
He's playing.
Wow.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
In the flying
Correct.
titties was
no
that?
pick, just incomplete that time.
What in the fucking AIDS-riddled
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Oh my god, my offensive line couldn't stop a fucking...
Got his man, it's Arcega
stop an illegal
Whiteside.
immigrant from coming
And he
across the border.
slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
God damn. Man, do you have a trade left?
Alright, I'm going for it. Alright, come on, we're rushing the ball to the line, we're rushing the ball to the line, we're rushing the ball to the line.
It's Sanders. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A solid
There we go.
run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
No cap, no cap, no
No
cap.
matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule,
Okay,
staying
okay,
ahead of the
okay,
sticks,
okay,
whatever
okay.
you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first
Byron
down.
Jones, Cheeto, and Anthony Brown are going
When
to
an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him
Why
getting
can't my
outside
receivers
there?
get to the
And that's what
ball,
you want to see
and
from
why
your quarterback.
can't-
He's not
why
giving up
can't
on
he
this
throw
game,
accurately?
so every other
Why
player in the
can't he
field
throw
has to say to himself,
I might be
I can't give up either.
What? Now a man
You have
up
any
and down
trades
the middle of the field. And he's got a first down as a
depends on if
tackle
my
made
trade
at the
with you
Bills'
is or not.
21.
Oh, please internet cut out. Please internet cut out. Please, please cut out. Cut out. Cut out. Cut out. Damn it! Why can't you cut out? I need my boy back.
On first down, Wentz.
Moving on, Sean. All right,
Wentz has it left side. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short.
Your trade with
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They don't
God
need to
damn
run
it,
another
son
play
of a
here before the
cunting whore.
2-minute
Fuck
warning.
me.
Let's
There
see
goes
if they
my
do it
game.
anyway. Shotgun now for Wentz. Keeps himself
Why can't my
upright.
internet cut out? Please, no, I don't want this. I don't want this.
if your internet cuts.
Oh, cut out. Please cut out. Cut out. Bye, Matt.
Ooh.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? I had 9 interceptions. Oh my
Oh my!
god!
How did he stay
I don't think
up?
I think he got disconnected.
I got 9 interceptions. Kenyon Drake had like 3 touchdowns. I had an amazing game, and it's gone. He literally only scored.
Wait, Hayden, what if I send you proof that my internet cut out?
45-7, 9 interceptions, 4 pick sixes, and
You for real.
I don't have. I thought this building was smart. I thought this is like one of the newest dorms. Literally every other dorm is wired with Ethernet. This one isn't for some ungodly reason. I'm gonna go stab a homeless person.
I had like
You have to have internet. There, it's a. Honestly, like I just say that you feel What is the word? Maybe
Kidding me.
socially harassed or some shit. Like make it a social justice problem, and they'll do it for you.
Oh, he dinked it off the crossbar. Alright, so can I score 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 42 seconds? Let's find out.
God, I just had 4
Let's find out.
pick sixes.
Let us find out.
9
Let us
interceptions.
find out. Alright. Alshon, you're my... Get the ball off, you slow,
I keep waiting for him to jump back in the
inconsiderate
chat.
fucking prick.
Oh, hey man.
That just hurt
Hey,
my
Matt. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt. Why did you have to DC and I couldn't DC? Of course. Of course, a horse. He gets another sack because my fucking offensive line is garbage.
My power's shitty like that. I probably like flicker and lose power a couple times a week.
Fuck it. Concept. Bye, Matt. Bye, Matt.
I'm not playing Madden again. I'm done. I had such a good game.
We got 2 openings now.
What the fuck? What the fuck this game? Fuck this. Fuck everything. Fuck the fucking homeless people in Africa. They can go fuck themselves. That was so gay. That was gayer than that fucking guy twerking for climate change.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Ninja, in his
Anti,
defense,
I don't think twerking is gonna help.
He was twerking because people were laying too much pipe.
That really just hurt my heart. That was like...
I wanna
greatest
find a
defensive
small
game
child and just
all
kick it
time.
repeatedly.
Just gone. Completely gone. Just to the dust. Madden owes me. Joey Bosa has 23.5 sacks? Oh my god. He's gonna have like 40 sacks.
Alright, time to long dick the ball down the field again. Let's see.